Well guys, it's April, and you know what that means. It's time to start up the garden tours again. Let's have a look at everything. Since we're already at the lettuce bed, let's start here. So, I've got some buttercrunch lettuce. I've got various onions that I've got planted between the lettuce, and then there's a section of their own. These are Great Lakes crisp head. This is a head lettuce, or is this just a leaf lettuce? They call it a butter head or something like that. I haven't figured that out. Then I've got some red leaf lettuce, which is just looking quite gorgeous. I'm enjoying the color. I really like the color. And then over here I have Great Southern Collard, Georgia Southern Collards rather. That is supposed to be a collard as well, but it doesn't look like it. I'm not sure what that is, so we'll have to see. And then on the far side over there we've got some tango leaf lettuce and some cabbage, which is had a bit of difficulty starting, but it's getting there. So, also, as you might have noticed, I've actually now got proper siding to all my, or to some, at least so far, some of my garden beds. I have enough siding for all of them, but I refilled them. This has got compost under, and then aspen shavings as a mulch on top. Here in Arizona, trying to get mulch is really difficult. We already used the aspen shavings for our chicken coop. They seemed to work fine last year, so we're going to do it again this year. And then still having mouse and rat problems. I caught 2 mice last night. Over here is these are all my peas. So last year I had a single trellis across the middle of the bed, and this year I decided I would go for across the bed like this because I could fit more in. So as you can see, I've got 7 trellises, and there are even some peas coming up. If we take a look here, there and there, got about 5 pea plants coming up, which is awesome. Nothing in the rest of the trellises yet that I can see. Oh wait, there's one right just above my finger. Difficult to see. We'll take a look from the other side. But I've soaked the peas. There's another one just over here as well, just in there, just above my finger. I soaked the peas in water overnight, and that really helps. And then we planted some carrots here. I've got over here I've got a row of black nebula carrots, and then a row of rainbow blend. So I think that's black nebula, that's purple carrots, that's yellow carrots, orange carrots, and I think white carrots. And then here I have just Danvers 126, which is a general orange carrot. It's your typical orange carrot. And then here, this is a whole lot of beans. We've got some pinto beans over here. Apparently they can either trellis or bush. I didn't want to spend any effort, so I just put the trellis in. Then we've got Christmas lima beans. We've got 2 rows of that. Then we've got a row of dragon tongue beans, royal burgundy, jade beans, blue lake beans. So the rest of them are all bush beans, except for the pinto beans, which, as I said, are both. And then I've got space at the front here and the front here for another row of something, and I haven't figured out what I'm going to do, but I probably need to get a move on. And then this bed I just filled up. Again, as you can see, I'm starting to get the siding around it. It's just some terrace siding that I bought from my local hardware store. Nothing super fancy about it. And then here's another bed. So this is where my corn or my mealies are going to go. This, I'm thinking brassicas, which are a bit late, but anyway. Then on this side, here are some of my brassicas and things that I planted in November last year. These are supposed to be Romanesco broccoli. They're not doing much at the moment, so I'm not sure that, I don't know, I need this bed to plant corn, and so I'm going to have two beds, this one and that one. And I think if they're not doing anything in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to haul them out. And then that is a cauliflower, which is also doing nothing really. I think they've just been in the ground for too long. I should have planted them earlier at the end of last year. And then some lettuce. I can't remember what type of lettuce this is, to be honest. It's not oak leaf, it's not butter crunch. I'm not entirely sure, but that one's actually going to come out because we're going to have it with BLTs later this week. My beetroot from last year are actually starting to do really well. This is the oldest one, needs to get some bigger leaves, but that one's coming along nicely. And then just behind it is one that's just started peeking out, which is really interesting. And then these are supposed to be red mammoth cabbages, and they're not looking very cabbagey to me. And then this is supposed to be a Copenhagen cabbage, I think. But if you look here, you can see it's actually bolting already. So I think we are going to harvest this and use the leaves in some cabbage dish. This one's kind of growing over, but again, I think they've just been in the ground too long, and now things are starting to warm up, and so they've just decided that they're going to bolt. So I think we're just going to get rid of them. Then over here, this is my tomato bed. I just planted these today, so they're looking a little bit worse for the wear, but they should perk up a bit in the next couple of days as they get used to being in this bed. And then those two I've done nothing with yet, so I've just taken everything out. What's that? Bumblebee, I guess, something like that. Anyway, so as you can see, I still have some of the grass here. Last year I kept on talking about wanting to put stuff on the walkways, and that is still my plan. I just didn't get to it last year. Things were just really hectic. And so as you can see, I've been working hard at getting this all set up nicely this year. And we've got some nice landscape fabric, and I'm going to put that down all over everywhere here. I'm just going to put it down with ground staples, and that should hold it down and should actually keep the weeds out and the grass. It did really well with this. This used to have some on, but it came off. You can see the dregs of it over there. My sprinkler system is still working fantastically. I really love these sprinklers. I actually installed them, as you might have seen with my orchard video, and in other places as well. We have some cottonwood and some willow trees, which really are not meant for the desert, but they needed something. And then we were getting some really bad gusts of wind, so this is the landscape fabric actually. My wife and I just very quickly, one, I don't know, Friday afternoon I think it was, we just stapled and screwed and nailed this thing up. And then also I finally got my shade cloth over, and I have a video coming out next Monday, so make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Make sure that you have the notification bell clicked, because you're not going to want to miss me breaking my back trying to put this thing on. Just kidding. Yeah, so I put this up. If you want to see, it is in my video that is coming out on Monday, so don't miss that video. Well, thanks so much for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week when I put up my shade cloth. Have a great week, and I'll see you then. Bye.